guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, for new subscribers and for those who stop by to watch this video, you're welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by. Please tap on that subscribe icon. Don't go away without subscribing, okay? For the 20 subscribers, thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you for being part of this family, this growing family. Okay, so from the title of this video, you must have known what I want to talk about here. Yeah, so though it might come as a surprise or a shock to some people. By the way, it's about 3 a.m. in the morning, one of those nights when you're just rolling on your bed and you're just thinking, what do I want to do right now? So I'm filming this video in the midnight. It's about 2:45 a.m. Yeah, so I just thought to come and share the story. And okay, let me basically just jump into my experience and what happened. All right, it's understandable that this might trigger some people, especially if you have experienced a loss recently, at any stage, whether miscarriage, stillbirth, or a fat loss. It can trigger, but at the same time, I want to encourage people with this video. Yes, I want to encourage people with this video because it's really not easy getting through child loss, but God has been our strength, and we thank God that we are still standing. Yeah, so very quickly, I don't want this video to get too long because I'm sensing it's going to be long. Yeah, so rewind to, I don't know if you've seen my video on my nearly death experience where I had a fatal accident. Yeah, I'll leave the link in the description box. You can just view it. It's a story of how I was involved in a fatal accident which affected my pelvic. I had a broken pelvic. I had a broken pelvic. My right pelvic got broken. Yeah, and it was fixed back via surgery. Yes, so I brought the x-rays out today. Okay, I think I have to off this light too for you guys to be able to see what it looks like. Yes, so this is what my pelvic looks like. This is this is the ring. This thing you are looking at is the ring that was used to hold my bones together. It's still sitting in my body as I speak. Yeah, so this is it. As you can see, it has affected the shape of the pelvic, but yeah, the most important thing is that I can walk and I can move about. Yeah, so that's it. This is what my pelvic looks like right now at the moment. So let me get my light back on. Yeah, so I decided to bring, this is a bigger picture. This is one I did immediately I came out of surgery. I had the surgery at Igobi Orthopedic Hospital, National Orthopedic Hospital Igobi. So yeah, I think this is clearer. Yeah, so this is the bigger picture. This is what it looks like. Yeah, so that is it right there. I think it's called a plate, screw and plate or something like that. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Yeah, so I'm not showing you this x-ray because as a result of the surgery, I was advised that if I ever intend to have more kids, it's advisable I have them via C-section to avoid that bone, from breaking or shifting or whatever. So that's it. So it was like a major turn for me, even though I had my first child by C-section, so it wasn't much of a big deal. But I had hopes that sometime I might want to try vaginal delivery, but this whole experience just changed the whole fate, and okay, I accepted and I was good with it. I was fine with it. It was no big deal. Yeah, so let me quickly get into the story of my pregnancy. And yeah, so um I got pregnant around January 2019. Yes, January 2019. Oh, I discovered I was pregnant January 2019. Yes, so um journey was, I know it was a very scary experience, because after when I discovered I was pregnant, I was scared, because I was like just 4 months post up for this surgery I did. Yeah, so that meant that I was going to go to theater that year again. The surgery was in this acetabular fracture surgery was in October, November 7, 2018, and that meant I was going to go to surgery 2019. So um it was a rough pregnancy. It was a very rough pregnancy. First trimester was not nice. Second trimester got better. Third trimester was kind of nice, but you know, after having such surgery, the impact on the pelvic, on a normal day without something like this self, when you're pregnant, the load on your pelvic is something out of this world. So when I got into my third trimester, I got really sick and I couldn't wait to get the baby out. Yes, because she was a big baby. As at 37 weeks, she was already weighing 3.7, and I expected that my doctors would be reasonable. So I thought, you know, I actually went to register in General Hospital. That's where I had my first child, a General Hospital. And the reason why I went back there was because I felt like, okay, they should be more experienced, especially with the recent surgery I had. So as I went to, immediately I got pregnant, I went straight to the hospital. I explained myself and I presented them with my history. And they were watching me, and that was it. So I expected that with more experienced doctors there, they should know that okay, this patient is not the usual patient, because I shouldn't fall in labor and all that. So I expected that max 37 weeks they should get baby out and we'll be done with that. So fast forward to the whole drama. It started, I was already 37, 38, 37, like 37 5 days when I started having this serious sickness. I felt sick, seriously ill. I had this serious cough. I was sick. So I didn't joke with the hospital. I used to run to the hospital at um, any slight illness, whatever. So I went to the hospital. I was admitted, and I expected that okay, that 7 plus 5 days. I know I'm good to go now. Happy. What are we waiting for again? But they treated me, and I was fine. But I didn't want to go home. Like I was like, okay, let's just do this. Okay, let's take me to the theater. Let's do this. But they were just pushing me here and there. They were sluggish about it. But I was fine. So I just let it be. But before I left the hospital that day, I agreed with the doctor that I won't go beyond 5 days. Like my next appointment, they discharged me on a Friday, and my next appointment was on a Monday. So I told the doctor that if I come on Monday, I will pack all my bags and I'm not going to go home again. He just smiled and said, okay, I'm good to go. They discharged me and all that. But I noticed that from that Friday, I started having serious contractions. Okay, not serious, but I started having contractions. It started really mild, but I felt okay, I can manage till Monday. That was my appointment at the hospital. Yeah, so it didn't get okay. That was on Saturday. The contraction, I got discharged. I got home on Friday. The contraction started in the midnight from Friday. Then Saturday it was there. Sunday it disappeared. Then on Monday I got to antenatal and I was complaining to them that I felt this, I felt that, and they're giving me excuses like, oh, there's nothing, and I'm like, okay, fine, it's nothing, but I don't want to go. Just bring out my baby. We already have an agreement for an elective C-section. I'm an elective patient, so why delay me? But at that point, I started becoming scared for no reason. Like I was not feeling myself. I was not feeling okay. When doctor said, "Okay, you can go," I'm like, no. I was hesitant. Like my that motherly instincts will never go wrong with it. As a woman, you know what I mean. So and if you are from Nigerian hospitals, you know how they can be. So I just left with faith. So it's not as if this woman is a drama queen, which I regret. I regret that action. Yes. Um. So I left, and they told me to bring my bags the next Monday. That was going to about 39 to 40 weeks. Man. So I just left, and that was it. So the drama started when I started feeling very uneasy. Like my body was not okay from though I was fine from when I left till about that Friday. My antenatal was on Monday. Then on Friday, the following the next day Friday, I started feeling so. My body was not feeling okay. Like I didn't like the way my baby's movements was. It felt like you know the usual. I don't know how to explain this now. The usual when the baby is in third trimester, the rolling and the movement was not so okay. Like it felt like she was struggling there. The rolling was kind of tight. My tummy whenever she rose like this. So I immediately went for an ultrasound. Yes, I went for an ultrasound nearby. Instead of going all the way to the hospital, because the protocol there, na die. So I just went to check at a nearby ultrasound center, and everything was fine. Yeah. So fast forward to Monday. I was checked into the hospital, and they gave me bed, and I was relaxing. So from my sleep, from that, I was just taking a nap, and I felt this uneasiness, and I woke up all of a sudden, and I quickly went to the matrons, and I told them to come and help me check. Just help me check my baby. I'm feeling some type of way. So she brought this that plastic, that manual dopper, what they call it. So they brought it, and they checked. She was checking it, and something that they will pick in 5 seconds now became, she was check here, check here, check here, check here, check here, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's wrong? Madam, she didn't talk to me at first. She checked to, she went to call another matron. That one too came. Check, 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 check. Yesterday they asked me, was madam, when last did you come for antenatal? I said, please don't ask me that question, because I've been calling for me to the hospital and whatnot. Well, that one is out of it. That was not even the question I wanted to hear. I just wanted to hear, okay, your baby is fine. So I was so disorganized. That was where the drama started. They asked me to go for an ultrasound scan. But before I went, they were already preaching, they were already trying to perceive, and this happens. And sometimes they don't pick that bit, and I'm like, from since I've been nursing this pregnancy, I've never been to the hospital, and they will put this thing on my tummy, and they will tell me that it takes time to pick or something like that. I knew something was definitely wrong. So, but it was really early in the morning. It was still to 8. So the ultrasound center guys were not yet available. So I had to wait for them to open up and get the scan done. Man, it was the longest wait of my life. And while I was seated in front of the scan center, I kept speaking to my baby, kept eating my tummy, like I needed to feel that movement again. Like, babe, wake up. I need you. Talk to me. I can't hear you. I need to see your movement. And I kept talking and talking, but nothing showed. So eventually person, the sonographer came and I went in, and the scariest moment of my life stared me in the face. Like, I just lay down there. Usually when I enter the scan room, I'm just looking at the monitor to see how my baby is moving and all that. But this time around, I couldn't look at the monitor, and the sonographer took longer than expected to pick the heart's beat, and I did almost 15 minutes, nothing. Wow, I knew something was wrong. What am I saying? I knew all has gone wrong. Like, what am I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know how to come down from the bed. I was so disorganized. Like, it was crazy. So I took my phone. I called my husband. I called my mom, and I just said on the phone, just pray for me. Pray for my baby, because I don't know what I'm going to do if this baby does not move. Like, what am I going to do? So I came out. I didn't even wait for the result. I ran back to the ward, and I told the doctor I met there. I met the doctor. He had already resumed, and I explained. I just busted into tears and was trying to calm me down. Also, so I should go and get the result. I said, I don't need the result. I just need you guys to get this baby out of me. Once she's out, she will be fine. She will be awake. I don't want to know what that scan is telling me. Just bring her out live. Let me just look at her. Then shake them. You know. The child tried though. Then they moved me to another ward. You know. And I started feeling some type of way. Like I cried my eyes out. Few minutes later, my consultant came, and they brought everything that my electric dropper, what they call it, they used that one to check. They used the manual one. They used everything. And I said I should go for a second opinion scan outside. I went, but at that point I was already devastated, and I screamed the hospital down. I literally screamed the hospital down. And I said, when I cited the doctor, the doctor that gave me the next appointment, I almost tore him apart. Yeah, so at that point it was already a low moment. Like, I just wanted the baby out. Like, anything can happen. You can bring her out now and just tap her bum and she will wake up. You know, something like that. So all the drama, they started delaying me, get blood, all those drama. You know, my husband was already furious, and at some point I couldn't cry anymore. Like, I was weak. I was just, the tears were just dropping. I couldn't move. You know, called my pastor, who were already praying for me and all that. But mind you, this was still on Monday. That Monday, it was on Monday, all this drama was happening. Now I expected that, okay, they treated this as a matter of urgency and emergency, but no. After I even went for second opinion scan outside and came back, they were still being sluggish about it, you know. And at that point, I didn't know whether to blame myself or the doctors, or I was angry. Like, why didn't I scream down the hospital the previous Monday? Why didn't I insist that I wanted to stay? There was so many why. I was blaming myself. I was I so moving forward, I um till that Monday they didn't do anything. They said we should prepare for theatre for the following morning. That was Tuesday morning. Okay, we got everything, all the necessary things, and I was ready for theatre. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep all night. My blood pressure was high. Like, the nurses were checking me per second billing throughout the night. My BP was already high. Like, I was not okay. Like, I just needed to get my baby. I was not fine, obviously. So next morning we're ready, and I was expecting that they should come and take me in for surgery. What are we waiting for? So waited and waited. Doctors will come and ask me question. Do you have this? Do you have that? Sir, madam, everything is here. Let's go. Mba, they delayed. Do you know Tuesday went? They didn't attend to me. Wednesday is surgery day for for delivery. CS patients. They now used me to deliver from morning to evening. I waited. Imagine the long wait. Now just imagine the baby was still okay, like maybe probably for some reason I'm just saying, that the heartbeat just dropped or something, and they brought her out, and that's what was in my head. Like, just bring her this baby. Maybe she's tired of staying in there and she's just quiet. Let her come outside now. She'll feel fresh air and cry. You know, they delayed me, and they didn't take me in. Wednesday, they delayed me till my husband went to scatter the theatre. Like, they did like 5 surgeries and left me there. So because my baby was dead now, they didn't see any need to take me in for surgery. My husband barged into the theatre and literally screamed at them like, they should come and take me for surgery. Aside that, it's not even safe for me in that position to keep lying in there and not bringing out the baby, you know. So he performed the drama, and immediately he saw that these people were not joking anymore and came and took me in, you know. That's that was the longest. Like, the surgery lasted for 20 minutes and it felt like 2 hours. It was so cold. Like, I was still hoping at this point. I had not given up hope. I was still hoping and praying that when my baby comes out, she will cry and scream down the hospital. And I was praying, I was speaking in tongues on that bed. My faith was top notch. Like, something would happen, like this baby would surprise me. But no, God said that was not supposed to be. So they brought her out, and immediately they brought her out, I started begging them, the screen, she used this screen to cover the face so I couldn't see. And I started begging her, okay, let me just see now, bring my baby to me, let me see her face. Before you even before you take her away, let me see what she looks like and all that. They told me, okay, I should calm down, that they are coming. They want to clean her up, blah blah blah. And before I knew it, everybody, from the anesthetist, the person that was administering anesthesia, to doctors, one by one, everybody left. Surgery was over. I didn't see my baby, and they wheeled me out to the corridor, and I was still asking the guys that were passing, like, please, daddy, where is my baby now? Let me see. Nobody. They were saying, we are coming, we are coming. I just noticed that they carried the box and passed by me, and they called my husband to come and look at her, and they gave it to him. and that was it. They didn't allow me to see my baby. I don't know why they do that. They did that to me. I don't know, but it was very painful because some people say it will cause traumatic experience. You won't recover quickly, blah blah. I don't believe that one. Because this, I still have a right to see what she looked like. So that was it. I was moved back to the world, and my recovery process started. So stuff, so stuff. My they kept my BP was not okay because apparently I was not fine. I was not settled up here, but my inner my inner man was talking to me like, I don't know, it was Holy Spirit, so you know, that was kind of calming me down and was assuring me that I have to stay alive. So I listened to that voice and I was like, okay, once there's life there's hope, right? So that was the voice that calmed me down. I don't know where that voice came from, like, because initially I felt like I should just go with the whole drama. Like, I didn't know how I was going to face the world after all that. Like, my neighbors will ask me when I get home, where is the baby? I've thought far, but after the surgery, that midnight, that voice just told me that, babe, you have to stay alive. You know, that you have to stay alive. And I just listened to the voice and I became calm, even though I was still crying uncontrollably, not like wailing as I was initially, but like, those uncontrollable tears were just rolling down my eyes, and that voice kept telling me, just stay alive, you just have to stay alive, stay alive. And that was it. And I couldn't wait to go leave that hospital because everything about that place became so annoying, irritating. The nurses, when I see the doctor coming with file, I'm just like, hello, what do you want? That kind of thing. I just wanted to leave and go to my house. And I left, I came home. The day I was supposed to come home was really tough for me because I was like, how do I do it? Like, my baby bag, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I know somehow I was going to pull through. I knew somehow I was going to pull through, but I didn't know how I was going to do that. But at the end of the day, I pulled through. Like, the first day was tough. The first day at home was tough. I couldn't sleep. Then my breast now started, though they gave me drugs in the hospital to dry up the milk, and my breast was full and all that. Seeing my baby things when I got home was kind of traumatizing for me. I started to dispose everything. Like, I didn't want to see anything baby in my house. People were coming to greet me that week. Different people were coming, saying different things, preaching different things, saying different experiences and all that. But funny enough, all those things didn't even move me. The thing that took care of my pain was unbelievable. Was this song by Shola Alison. I don't know, I was just going on Instagram one day, and somebody posted a post with the video, with the song. It's a song by Shola Alison, Eerie. I don't know, that I downloaded that song immediately, and that song was on repeat on my phone for a whole month. That was the only song I was listening to, and I was at peace. Like, that song, I don't know what that song did to me. Then I started praying, because initially I was blaming God, like, why me and all that. I started asking for forgiveness of sins and all that. I joined support groups online. I went on Facebook. I went on Instagram looking for support groups, looking for people that this kind of thing has happened to and how they dealt with it, because I didn't, and it was very alarming at the number of people that face this every day. It was very alarming. Like when I got on Facebook, I saw numerous support groups on stillbirth and baby loss, miscarriages. I saw, and I met a lot of people that have gone through this countless times, some 2, 3, 4 times, as much as 5 times. I was wowed, and I started following them, and I got better. That was basically how I healed via support groups. Nothing around me was enough for me, but when I got to meet people that were in my shoes and I could relate to their story and they could relate to mine, it was kind of relieving. And most of people already, some in those support groups, you see people who have recovered and who have had their rainbow babies and all that. So it was a sort of encouragement for me, and that was it. Even though sometimes I was seeking closure, like, because when after the birth of my baby, they didn't see anything. There was no cord accidents. They said they didn't see anything that could cause the death of the baby, but in those support groups too, you see people with similar stories, and that they lost their babies without any indication for death, so that was it. And going forward, I think I was in my house for like 2 months. I didn't step out. I didn't go out. Even if I go out, I'll be in the car and nobody will see me. Eventually, when I stepped out, I still had people around, like customers that I buy something from, that I patronize. They will ask me, how is your baby? You don't born, blah blah blah. Nigerians now. I will say my baby is fine. Some will even chat you up, like people that didn't even know whether you were pregnant or not. Maybe if they see your face, they just see your story or something on Instagram, like, when are you going to have another baby? Stop asking people when they will have children. Stop it. If you are on this tip, stop asking people when they will have children, because you don't know whether they've suffered miscarriage, stillborn, or whatever. Stop asking. If you are part of the people that used to ask, it's not nice. So, but till today, like in 2021, I see how people that say, how you're picking them now. I say they are fine. As you don't see me now, you don't see 2 pikin with me. You see, they ask me, say, how are your pikin? How are your children? I will answer you, we are fine. Yeah, so I'm just kidding actually, but seriously speaking, if you are part of this people that used to ask people when you have other kids or such questions like that, please desist from doing it. It's not nice. You don't know, maybe you are triggering something that somebody is trying to get over. Yeah, so this is my story. Hey, this story is already very long. I think I'll have to divide this video into 2. Some people now, when they see this video now, 25 minutes, they will not want to click and watch the video. People, watch my video. Please watch my video. If you are ready to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I'm begging you, subscribe to my channel. And for returning and old subscribers, I love you. I love you. I still have plenty stories, I'll still come and tell you plenty stories, but for now, I say bye bye. Have a nice year. It's 2021. May God grant all of us our heart desires. I'll see you in my next video. All right, catch you. Bye bye.